We welcome Kanisa and Andrea Scholar, the co-founders of Perfumery CnR, and we just start with ask you, you are South Asian and you are Austrian, so how will you come up this join?
Yes, well, in fact, it is a love story, very interesting love story. I'm actually from Hong Kong, and I used to be the country manager for Firmenich, the flavor and fragrance house. And some years ago, when Andreas came to Hong Kong for his business trip, we fell in love. And what happened? So I followed him to Europe, and we settled in south of France. But I always like to go back to the fragrance industry because I love the industry. I have a lot of good time. But this time, I want to do something different. I want to build up my own brand. So in the summertime, 2008, a very good friend of ours came to visit us. He's Robert, and he's an astrologist. So we talk about life, we talk about many things during dinner. And this wonderful concept of star sign perfume was born during a dinner time. Yes.
And Andreas, what's the meaning of CnR?
Yeah, so first of all, welcome to our booth. It's a pleasure to have you here. It's a very interesting concept because it relates to the personal birth date of a person. So I'll give you an example. So for CnR, CnR stands for an homage of love to my wife Kanisa and to my friend Robert, as they were the first active two who built that brand. I was in the beginning only an advisor and in the background, but I liked more and more the concept of perfume. It's something which gives pleasure and enjoyment to people. So I got more and more involved, and now I'm doing this together with my wife.
So at the beginning, it's him dragging me from Asia to France, and now I'm taking him to the fragrance world.
So the C is for Kanisa and the R for Robert.
Great. So can you tell us something about the concept of your brand and your collection?
Of course, maybe just very quickly. So our first collection is Star Sign Collection. We have 12 different star sign fragrance for women and 12 for men. So this is for the woman, and then we have the man. So each fragrance is different. It fits the specific star signs. It's very personal and gives a very individual feeling and comfort feeling for the wearers. And last year we were working on the luxury version. It's called Galaxy Collection. It is made of extrait de parfum. It's very concentrated, and again, it is based on the star sign of each individual person.
And can you give some example of how it works between fragrances and star signs?
So each star sign is specifically designed to the birth date and to the star sign elements and its characteristics. One example, for example, is Cancer Woman Perfume, which has acacia inside. And it dates back to an ancient history of the mythology of Egypt, several thousand years ago even. So our friend discovered that at that time there were papyrus scripts about the god Horus, who was as a child falling sick, and his mother Isis, who was the goddess of the north and the moon, healed his inner fire with a special mixture of ingredients which included acacia, which was a little bit rounded. And this became a synonym for motherly care. So that's why acacia is connected with motherly care, which is connected to the moon. And the moon is the ruling planet of the Cancer. So that's why in Cancer Woman Perfume we have acacia inside. And so for each of the fragrances, in each of the perfumes, we have a series of these connections which are built. Others would be, for example, the jasmine in the Capricorn Woman Perfume, which is related to one of my Austrian empress, Elizabeth, in the 18th century, who loved jasmine. Or another example would be one for myself personally interesting, because I'm a Virgo man, and in Virgo there's bergamot inside. And Virgo men, they are very active, but also often a bit nervous. So bergamot is known as a as a cooling, soothing, calming down fragrance, which was used very widely and was one of the first fragrances actually used in perfume. And King Louis XIV, the Sun King of France, was famous for loving this bergamot, and he was a Virgo man. So he had in Versailles a big garden with the bergamots, which he used for his fragrance. So bergamot is part of the Virgo man perfume. So the Virgo man is a spicy, citrusy fragrance, and the Cancer woman is an oriental exotic fragrance. So these are two examples.
So thank you so much, Andreas and Caniza, and thank you to our followers. Keep on following us on Esxence.com.